Alrighty, so this one is from my boy Juju. Sorry it took so long, brother. Um, it's really a bummer that we couldn't get any other angles from your swing, because your swing right here alone is pretty solid. So it's not really like a whole lot I can speak on without being able to see that other angle, which is why, especially for people who have good swings like you, that other angle is like pretty important. Because from down here, it's hard to see really a whole lot wrong. Like, this swing is almost like freaking perfect, dude. Like, this is beautiful. The top, dropping it to the slot, keeping it tucked, keeping that foot down, just perfectly balanced. I mean, I know you weren't happy with this result. You kind of pulled it a little bit left, but that's just a timing thing. So the only thing I can really talk about for you is your tempo. And then with your driver swing, it's hard to tell from this angle. This is like the worst angle to see a golf swing from is this kind of like diagonal angle, because you can't see anything from like somebody with a good swing. It's hard to see like movements and really things to nitpick from this angle, since the golf swing is so like straight on. Looking at it diagonally is really tough. But these are really good shots. I mean, people say nice shot there, so I'm just going to assume that they are. I think the main one that I'll be able to look at and maybe break down is this one, because it's somewhat close. Sorry, had a yawn there. I think the main thing that I would talk about is your takeaway. Now, your setup is really good. I like this. You got weight into the heel. That's really good. That's a good place to start. And I can tell you've been playing golf for a while. So what I'm saying right now, I mean, there's always ways that you can improve your golf swing, but once you get to like somewhere where you have a solid swing, you're just trying to improve around the course, like course management and stuff. Because I mean, you got a good swing, and it just every now and again you'll have like a bad swing. You'll close the face, open the face, things like that, and that's gonna be where tempo and just general body control comes from. Making sure you're swinging with your hips first, and then your torso following, which you are kind of timed up exactly at the same time. But it's not even a bad action. It's just if you get out of sequence at all, it's gonna, like, you see how like when you turn in together, you're kind of pulling the shaft towards the ball, and your hips are turning at the same time. There's nothing necessarily wrong with this, but people will say that you want to fire your hips first. I think your action is fine. The main thing that I would really want to focus on, although this was like good contact and a good strike, is your takeaway. So right about, I just want you to see how closed your face is at takeaway. Right here, people will say they want you to match your spine angle, but then other golf pros will say, I want the toe of your club to be facing up high and towards the sky. They want you to roll your hands a little bit more, because having a closed club face like this on the takeaway is going to lead to you pulling shots more, which is what we saw in that other par 3. Because if you take your club face closed on the way back, swinging it back on the way through is going to likely be closed. But like here at the top of your swing, you can see like you're in the same exact position that you took it back with. So it seems like you've got that move pretty consistently down. I mean, right off the bat, Juju, I'd say your swing is like a 8.5, maybe even like a 9 out of 10. Like, your swing is really smooth. It looks good. You got good clearance. Again, from this angle, it's hard to see really anything. From these par 3s, I mean, this is just almost a perfect swing, I think. It's just the club face is a little closed on the takeaway. But I mean, this is just perfect, dude. Just sweeping through and standing up after. That's perfect. So I think the last and final thing to talk about is just tempo. And this might be something that you already have mastered and I just can't tell. but it just helps with you keeping the same tempo of your golf swing in the backswing and the follow through, and that's going to help you with consistency. So I have mine as a 2-1, and by that I mean if you think of a metronome and it's clicking, right, on the same beat every time, I would suggest to you as like a little drill is get a metronome or something that, clicks at a consistent time every time, and do your backswing. Some pros will say they want you to have 2 clicks in the backswing and 1 in the follow through, and that's what I do. I go click, click, boom, and swing and hit the ball. That helps me, but there are other people who go 1, 1, and I think that is just a little too fast, right? You kind of are just rushing a little bit. Your swing to me looks a lot more like a 1-1 than a 2-1. Maybe even a little bit faster. 1, 1. See, like how you've already gone 1, 1. Like just by snapping and looking at it, once you take it away to the top of the swing and then when you hit the ball, 1, 1. I don't know. So maybe just fiddle with that, because that can really help slow you down, and that will definitely eliminate you pulling it or flaring it, because your tempo and your timing will be accurate and sequenced with, your swing every time. So that would be probably the only thing that I would say to you. But I mean, golf is so individualized. If you have this swing down, then I'm not going to say you should change it to get a better tempo. But tempo is always something that's going to help you out. So maybe just fiddle with that on the range or at home and just see how that goes for you. Because fundamentally, I mean, your swing is really good. The only thing I would really change is maybe just try fiddling with your takeaway a little bit. But unless, I mean, you're striping it perfectly like this every time, then maybe don't. I don't know. There's always something that you could possibly tell somebody to fix. Like I could tell you to stand taller here instead of having the club like drop down to your knees right now. Maybe have the grip more at like your waist or your belt height, and get closer to the ball, right? I could say that too, but I mean, if you're striping it consistently like this, then you don't got to change that. Again, I can't tell your stance from this angle. It kind of looks like your feet are really close together, so maybe stand at least shoulder width apart. I don't know. Again, it's hard to tell because I don't have that other angle, but it looks to me like you've got a really, really good swing. So keep at it. Maybe try the metronome. Maybe try fiddling with your takeaway a little bit. And I mean, other than that, Juju, you've got a really great swing, bro. So keep grinding, keep tearing it up. I mean, these courses are pure, so if you get to play these all the time, then dang, that's really awesome. I don't have any nice courses like that in my area, so congrats to you for being around some pure stuff. And good job on having a good swing, bro. It's hard to have a good swing. So, dude, that's all I got for you. Unless I had that other angle, I can't really break down your swing much more than this. Sorry about that. But I was hoping to maybe have gotten that by the time I got to your video. All good, dude. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Make sure you stick around. What you're watching this on is my YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to that. And stay tuned for all the stuff we got coming. And yeah, dude, the DMs are always open if you ever want to hit me up for anything. I'm always down to talk about anything, golf or whatever. So much love, bro, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.